What's going on, everyone? This is Swift here, just with the next part of my Jack's Guide video. This video is just going to be over his pressure beating his staggers. We're going to talk about the plus frames on his missiles, and we're going to talk about the pressure coming from the restand in the corner. Um, so, starting off with the staggers, which is going to be the 4-2, and we're going to set Scorpion to block for a little bit. Starts off with his 4-2, which is -4 on block. His 4-3, which is also -4 on block. These are going to be your main staggers you're going to use as jacks. He has others. He has 1-2, which is +1, but it starts off as a high. He has a standing one. He has 4-3, which is his knee, which is +1 on block. Doesn't really guarantee him a down one afterwards because you have 6-frame characters. Jax's down one is not 7 frames. So I mean, you can use these; those are okay in this pressure. So I'm not telling you not to, but I mean, I just think there are some other better options. So talking about his staggers right now. So we're going to start with the 4-3-3 stagger. Most common. It's his fastest mid. Other than his down one, his fastest mid normal. Now with this one, you can do 4-1. I'm sorry, 4-3, which is -11. So it's actually a little bit more dangerous to do, or you can just do 4-3-3, which is the safe one. Now, 4-3, I think this is good, just on the strength that it recovers really quickly. So people are looking for the 4-3-3 when it comes to this string. But if you just do 4-3, depending on if your opponent is reacting or not, it's going to be based on if you're going to get this off. So you can do 4-3, and then you can get a grab out, or you can do 4-3 and get a tick grab out, or whatever you want to do, or grab just in itself. You can do that. That's fine, but you got to be careful because if your opponent is mashing, or they decide just to press a button, just knowing you're going to stagger, then you're getting blown up for it. So sometimes you might just want to stick to just doing 4-3-3. It's -4 on block. They can't punish that. They're going to have to try to counter poke you with whatever they can. And sometimes counter poking is even dangerous because now you have the option of flawless blocking it, and then of course doing your up 3 or your up 2. So if Scorpion is going to I have Scorpion's Demon Dash, which is 7 frames, so this is actually really good to practice your flawless blocks. So a Scorpion is going to reversal, Demon Dash, and you can flawless block that at the 4-3-3 string. And then you can do your up 2 or your up 3. Same thing with 4-2. You can flawless block it. It's the same timing because both strings are -4. So it should be pretty easy to time. So I just use Scorpion's Demon Dash as a stand-in for characters pokes because you can't set reversal pokes in this game in practice mode. So I just use Scorpion's Demon Dash, which is a 7-frame startup, which matches most pokes in the game. So that's why I use that. So you staggering on somebody like that, they get antsy, they want to press a button after it. Use your flawless block. Practice your flawless blocks after that, so you can punish them just for counter poking you. This is on both strings. So the 4-2 string is probably his best stagger string that he has because it has an overhead and low option. The low being 15 frames, coming out at 15 frames, and overhead come out on the 18. So you can fuzzy this. It's a 3-frame fuzzy. Low is unsafe though, but I don't even have to do that. I don't have to go for the 50-50. I can just keep doing this, and you have to react to it because this recovers really fast. You can't sit here and wait for the overhead to come out, or sit here and wait for the low to come out, because it all happens so quick. So what I do here, I kind of sneak grabs in like that, sneaky command grab in, because the opponent has to react to it. It's all up to them. So in a heated moment where they're getting pressure like this, they're getting scared. This is a really good chance for you to sneak in things like that. So those are pretty much the staggers here. Of course, 4-2 being the most dangerous. You can just kind of harass somebody with this, especially if you get it on hit, because the 4-2 on hit is actually +11. So you do another one that's guaranteed. 4-3-3 is also +10 on block. So they pretty much have to block what's coming next if you're going to continue pressure. And that's what gets really good because you'll do this to someone and you'll walk up trying to bait them to make you think they're going to throw. Oh, nope. You just got opened up for it again. You know, especially with this, you can get a command grab in there too. If you hit them with a 4-3-3 or if you hit them with 4-2. So that's actually really good. Alright, so next we're going to talk about his missiles on block, okay? I'm sorry, on hit. I apologize. On hit. So his missiles allow you to get jailing pressure. His missiles being after normals, after like 4-3-3, his missile is plus 15 on hit. I'm sorry, 14. Plus 14 on hit, sometimes plus 15, you know, due to active frames. Sometimes it's plus 15, sometimes it's plus 14. So basically, either way, if you hit somebody with a missile, you get a free, in the corner, you get a free 4-3. And they have to block that. Or you can get a free 4-2. All this they have to block. And this allows him to do dealing pressure. So 4-3-3, missile, 4-2. That's all a true block string. So if you're pressuring somebody with the missiles, your sequence will look something like this. You can do that. Grab them. You can sneak. You can kind of dash in and sneak in a tick grab. Here. You can do that. But I mean, that's pretty much up to you. Or you can just do missile and then just dash up and sneak in a command grab. That's probably going to be the scariest option there, because at that point they're reading if you're gonna do a normal, if you're gonna do a regular grab, or if you're gonna do the command grab. Command grab, you can't tech, you gotta jump out, of course. So off 4-2, now his is actually plus 13, as you can see in the bottom left hand corner. So off different normals, he has different frame advantages on it. Back 3 is plus 12 on block. I mean, plus 12 on hit. So you're going to be using this the most in the corner. If you don't want to combo anyone, you're just going to keep restanding them, grabbing them, you know, resetting your Oki game here. So that's what you're going to be doing the most in the corner. You're going to abuse this shit, and, you know, until they're dead. You know, because this is going to be the hardest part about playing Jax. We're playing against Jax is dealing with that jailing pressure. All right, so now we're going to talk about this restand here. And the restand, of course, is after. It's plus 4 on block. I mean, plus 4 on hit. And then you get a free 4-3 afterwards. It's 5 frames. So that's actually really good for pressure. So what you can do in this situation, you can grab, but grabbing, of course, they can neutral duck it down to you, get a down 2 crushing blow, and then you lose the match. So you don't want to use that all the time, because that's the meta 1 counter that they're going to go. So what I would do, I just do 4-3-3, or I just do 4-3. Or you can get a shimmy and wait for something and do a back 2, or you can do a back 3, which is actually one of his longest normals, back 3. So you can walk back, get a shimmy, and open them up for pressing buttons. Or another option would be to, what a lot of people like to do is they will try to jump out of this. You can't jump out of this. That's probably the dumbest thing you can do, is jump out of this setup here. Now I'm going to show you why. I'm going to record Scorpion jumping, just randomly jumping for a while. And basically using Jax, if they try to jump out of this, and after you do the restand, of course you just had a gotcha grab, so you do 1-1-1 gotcha grab. I'm sorry, 1-1-1 in the gotcha grab, the punches, and then you throw them with 4 or circles that'll restand them. Now since you're plus and they try to jump out, you throw out a normal, they're going to get hit. What I used to do, 4-3-3. They jump out and it makes you drop the combo. So since I already know I'm going to have heated arms in this variation, and I do the restand, that actually makes this more dangerous. This is why. I get a combo. So if I just do 4-3 missile, I can do down 1-2 into the down 1-2 into the missile. So basically, if they try to jump out of this, then they're just making bad decisions for themselves. Now they're going to lose more damage because they didn't block, and I can potentially get a crushing blow from this. Yeah, I'm getting a crushing blow. Oops. Restand. I keep messing that up. Hold on. I get 327 from that. That's too high. That keeps messing. I'm getting pissed. That's why it's missing, because he's just constantly jumping. I don't know if the jump is going to be actually on the reversal frame, so that's why. But anyways, you get the point. You get a combo afterwards if they try to jump immediately, like right afterwards. If they try to jump out or anything like that. So it's actually really dangerous for them to even consider the jumping in that situation, because they can lose more damage. And if you have the command grab crushing blow loaded, then they're losing 400 plus. So let me see if he can jump. Nope, not jump on reversal. Oh well. But that's pretty much it for Jax's pressure here. That we talked about the restand, we talked about his missile, we talked about his staggers. One more thing about his staggers. If you really do catch somebody poking out of this, good thing to do is back forward 2 amplified. It closes all of his gaps. So in this actually safe on block is -7 or -6, one of the two. So I mean that's an option as well. It happens really fast, so you can actually steal your turn if the opponent is not reacting. So that's pretty much it for this video. We went over Jax's pressure. We're going to be going over more things like zoning and his Oki with them. So peace.